going to go ahead and I appreciate y'all being here, and I know others will come in and we'll meet and greet out where the cookies are in a minute. But I really wanted a chance just to share a few things with you. I'm hoping that over the next several weeks I'll get to know each of you a little bit better and hear a little bit of your backstory. I want to share a little bit of mine today, so you know kind of who's coming in. I'll have some things to connect. I already visited with a couple of people and I said, oh, you might know this person or that person, so it's good to know. My wife and I have been married for 32 years. My wife's name is Jamie, and she is a teacher over at Canton Junior High, and she teaches special education math and some general ed math as well. And she'll be here a little bit later on. She had to teach today, so she's a little bit late coming over. She'll be here for the public meeting that we're going to have in a little bit. She's definitely my better half. She probably deserves a gold star for putting up with me for 32 years, but it's been great. We have 3 grown children, or mostly grown at least. 2 of our kids are out of the house and married. My son and his wife live in Lubbock. My daughter and her husband live in Oklahoma City area. She's a teacher and he is an engineer. And I will say that both of those children got married within 6 months of each other last year, which if you have children at home, I recommend that you try a different plan, because that one's difficult, but they're happy, so that's been great. My youngest is Avery, and she is just finished her 2nd year at Harding University in Arkansas. It's in Searcy, Arkansas. So she's home. In fact, she may be here, I don't know, in a little bit. I haven't seen her much yet. Career-wise, I have been in education for 33 years. I taught for 13 years and then moved into administration and been doing that for 20 years now. 8 years as a high school principal, and then the last 11 years as assistant superintendent. So I took kind of the slow road to get to the superintendency. I've never been in it for the fast climbing. That's never been my priority. Priorities in my life, really, I love what I do as an educator, but my real true priorities, to be honest, are my faith and my family. Those have always been primary to me. If you want to know who I am as a person, you got to know those things up front. Part of what has kind of put me on the slow track to this position today is when we moved to Canton 16 years ago, we wanted to find a place to raise our kids, and we wanted to find a place where we could stay and surround them with a community of in a small town and a kind of that family-oriented atmosphere. Probably a lot of the same reasons that people are drawn to this school in this area as well. And between 5 years at Canton High School and then 11 years at Kaufman, which is right next door, we were blessed to allow our kids to do that and stay in one place. But now we're empty nesters, and it's kind of our time to seek other things that God might have in store for us. And so I've been familiar with this school district for a while. When my kids were in school, we had some competitions out here and some other things that we would go off, and Raines participated. So we're familiar with the programs here a little bit, and it's always a community that I thought was a nice community. And so when this position came open, I thought that's something that might be interesting. And man, I'm glad that I pursued that, because everyone that I've met along the way, it's just affirmed that this was the right choice for us. I'll tell you, and Mr. Burns is here. I would say that even if he wasn't, when I got to meet the school board, it was really apparent how much they cared just deeply about this school and the community and how the great things that they wanted for you. And it was encouraging to me, and something that I wanted to be a part of. And then every staff member that I've met since then, it's just apparent that this really is a place where we can do great things. And I think that we have a lot ahead of us that are going to be great. One of the things that you'll hear a lot from me, and you'll hear more about it in the fall when we come back, is that one of my mantras is excellence in all things. And that's really what I want for us. And that really does mean all things. Okay, certainly we want to have excellence in the academic realm, but also want to have excellence in the way that we treat one another, the way that we have customer service for our parents and things like that. All the different things, the excellence and the effort that we give from the teaching staff to the administration, the school board, all the way to the students and everyone being on the same page and striving to do great things. That's a process, something you work on over time. And I know that there's parts of that are already here, and it's something that I just want to build on and kind of go from that. Again, you'll hear a lot more about that in the fall when we come back. One thing that I am going to ask you folks to do, this month is really about listening and learning from me, looking at a lot of data, looking at things like that, but also getting out and meeting a lot of people like I am today. But then one thing I'm going to ask you to do is, here in a couple of days, I'm going to send out a very, very brief survey to all staff members, okay? And I'm going to ask you to tell me 3 or 4 things that you like about Rains ISD, things that you think we're doing well, and things that you love about our community here and our schools. And then there will be an opportunity for you to tell me a couple things that we can work on together to try to improve on. And I'm going to take that information and go from there, and then this summer really work with some of our administrators on figuring out, what are the things that we can work on together to improve. I have a feeling that there will be some commonalities and some crossroads that we can see, that we have similar thoughts about some things. I'm also going to ask you in there, what are things that I can do to support you in your work? It's important for me that the teachers and the aides and the staff, that you love coming to work, and that this is a great place for you and you feel fulfilled and happy in the work that you do. That's a process, and there's a lot of parts that go into that, but I think it's so important. We can't have excellent schools without excellent teachers and administrators and staff, right? That's so vital to what we do. And in order to do that, you have to feel fulfilled and happy in the work that you do. And so I know we have a good foundation for that already, but I want to continue to build on that, and I want to do the things that I can do to make sure that that happens for you. Okay, so I appreciate you being here today, and you're definitely getting the gold stars because all of you were here first to hear this. And I know there's a bunch of cookies and stuff out there. I'm pretty sure none of you had anything to eat today, right? Everywhere I went around the district, there was food, which is nice. And you're going to have to help eat this because I can't afford to eat a lot of it. All right. But again, happy that you're here. I hope that you'll stick around long enough for me to shake your hand and get to know you a little bit. We'll all move out here where the food is, and don't get out without me at least meeting who you are. Please understand that I'm meeting hundreds of people right now, so it's probably going to take 3 or 4 times introducing yourself to me, and I feel bad about that, but I hope that you'll just understand, and you'll give me that time to learn everyone, and I'll learn your names and your backgrounds as soon as I can. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.